Good evening, guys. Bitcoin still pushing up. Yeah, guys, this is looking incredible. If we just have a quick look at the weekly, look at that for a bar close here. This is looking so good. We're going to get a nice strong finish to the week, hopefully. There's just a few things I want to show through the charts, and then from there I'll go through liquidity and how I think this is going to play out. So if we just want to open up the 50 and 200 DMA here on the daily, you remember what I was talking about, guys? I'm saying if you go back to this bull run from the very start, you'll see prices come up, and then the 50 EMA ran into 200 and price moved up. The 50 went into 200 and price moved up. And I said, guys, watch out. This might be the same thing again. 50 goes into 200 and look, it's starting to break out there. See it? Starting to turn up. So it looks like this is going to be something very similar. It's been a long drawn out process, time capitulation, price capitulation, and then price moves up. Now, normally I would follow the liquidity here, but when price moves on these, it tends to just move and not come back. So my liquidity system works very well when price is kind of jumping around, which to be honest is 80% of the time, and then Bitcoin just fires off. And I think we might be getting close to something here now. So this is just something I want to show here. It looks like we're moving off, so it looks like we're going to get another move potentially very similar to how we are here. And the lows being in here. So very bullish here. Now, let me close this off and let me show you the EMA ribbon. This is multiple ribbons and it acts as support and resistance. So if we look on the weekly, you can see the ribbon flipped and it's acted as support. Let me just try and zoom in for you. I don't know if you guys can see it on the mobiles. Price come down, and then prices come down, and see it acts as support. So it's almost like jumping into like a safety net. You know, it comes in, it's almost like a trampoline. It comes in there, takes it all the way down, and then shoots it up. So we've got that acting as support in the weekly, but if you look on the daily, we've got the ribbon now flipping. So when the ribbon flipped bearish, prices were already moving down on the way down, and now we've got the flip on the daily. This is another very bullish sign. So we've got the support on the weekly, we've got the flip on the daily, and on the 50 and the 200, we've got the bounce off it. Things looking very, very good, guys, here. I'm just building the picture here. We've got price above the bull market support band. We've got price above the 50%. Everything's looking solid. Now, what I want to show you here is, on the weekly, obviously we have talked about the RSI support. It's been holding up price this whole bull market, and it continues, and look, it's bouncing off again. Superb. We're on to it. We've got the stochastic RSI running up here. Superb. We've got fear and greed. Now it hasn't flipped on the daily yet, but on the weekly, but if you look on the daily, it's starting to get frothy. And that can get frothy for a long time. Look, for the whole of this move, look at price. It's just in the froth. In the froth, and then we're just getting there. So it shows on the fear and greed, this is potentially the start of something as well. And also, I want to show you here, this is the CVD. This is the cumulative volume delta. Let's get onto here. Let me see if I can just close a few things so we can have a look a bit more better here. Now, this is very good because it shows you when the volume starts coming back. So this is basically the overall position of the volume. When it's green, there's more volume coming in for buys, and when it's red, there's more volume coming in for sells. Now, if you look here, once the volume comes in, you can see the whales really buying heavy at the bottom there. You can see it here. But all the way through, when the volume starts coming in heavy, this is when people buying into this, and this is what pushes it up. Then the price comes down, it layers off. You see it building up again, round about the same level. Then price comes down again, and it's just flipped green again. So there is heavy green volume coming in on this big candle up here as well. So we've got solid green volume, and we can also see this popping up here on the daily exchange volume 7-day moving average. So you can see it here. But I really do like this one, the cumulative volume delta as well. So I just thought I'd show you something else here just to show this is all looking very, very bullish, guys. You know, this is the thing that we've been waiting for. Let's have a quick look on the big picture, just how we see it. You know, we always come back to this. We've done it through the whole bull market, through the channel started. No one was clocking this. We've got it. It's helped us stay in the market all the way through this move down. And look at that. It's a breakout retest of a head and shoulders, and price is going to start moving up. Things are looking good, and let's get into the Bitcoin daily. Right, let's get into the liquidations. Now, excuse me, guys. So, we know this big move has just put out all the shorts, and now there's people going long. Now, like I said, the system that I use, it very much works well 80% of the time, because when price chops around, it just chops up liquidity. And there's obviously nuances to it, and you know, little tweaks in here and that. It's not just a case of it just going there and there. But when we get a huge breakout like we are potentially seeing now, Bitcoin just moves. See, it just moves, and it does not come back. It might just flip down here, catch a wee bit up here, and but it generally just moves up. Look, all the way up. It doesn't really come back. There's some minor pullbacks, but at some point, you know, Bitcoin has to break out or break down, and the people that are on that liquidity, they just win. You know what I mean? But it's chopped up everyone, and whoever's just longed it there, you know, fair play to them for making that money. They deserve it. Everyone's been chopped up there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there. And look, it's just short squeezed everyone up here. Now, price might pull back. It certainly can, but it might pull back a little bit. But as long as it's staying above this 50%, it's just going to chop around, I think. And then I don't think we're going to get a pullback. Bitcoin does this thing where it just runs and it doesn't let you get in. And I think that's what really pushes the price up, because everyone has the point where they think, I've got to get in, I've got to get in, I've got to get in. And then it just gets to the point, the more busy, the more press it gets, the more it's in the news, Bitcoin's moving up. So people decide to get in more and more and more and more. You know, it just doesn't let you in, it just moves up. And look, guys, it done the exact same thing here. Are you seeing this? Look at this bar, huge bar up, and it just does this thing. This is what Bitcoin does. I've noticed this, and it's quite unique to Bitcoin. It blasts up, right, and then it does this, and it kind of chops up. Now, this is a bearish flag. So when price moves up that's a parallel channel. That's bearish. So price will usually go around and then break down the majority of the time. But Bitcoin does this thing where the buying pressure it creates this bearish flag, and then price goes into it, and it just breaks out of it. It's a Bitcoin thing. It's so weird, but you can see that exact thing happening there. See it? Bursts up. Let me zoom in here. See it? Bursts up, chops upwards, and then just goes off. So we could see something along the lines of, let me just grab these bars. How crazy does that even look? Does it even look out of place, guys? Wait, let me just give me 2 seconds here. Oh no. Oh no, everything's going wrong. Look how crazy does that fit? Have you seen that? I don't even know if that... Look at that! So let me just increase this colour here so you can see. I hope you guys can see that. Look. Let me change the colour maybe. If I change that to white, will that be... Yeah, maybe you can see it that way. Does that not look like them bars? Yeah? We just took a grab of those bars there, and it's literally done. It looks like exactly the same. This is what the Bitcoin does. It does this thing where it just breaks out, and it does not let you stay on it. So, I know that my system for liquidity has got us all around this. We've navigated it well. We've managed to stay in for this now. But I think when Bitcoin runs, I just leave my system behind there and I just let it fly and I just hold on for it. And I think we might be getting onto this, guys. So, let's keep price moving up. Let's keep it going. But I think we're going to get onto something like this, I believe. Pulls back, fair enough, but this seems like it's for me. Yeah. I wonder what could happen that could send it. You might get some news, some random news, but yeah, it's looking good, guys. Across everything, all bullish here. And on the stablecoin dominance, you can see it's just dumping down now. It's starting to bear flag. So what will happen here? Price will dump down. It will chop up 6 and 9 days and then dump down further. So it wouldn't, I'll leave that there. It wouldn't be surprised me if it does something like that. So everything looking good, guys. Bitcoin's on track. It's ahead of schedule, I believe. Let me just quickly mark that off there. Aye, Bitcoin's ahead of schedule here, guys. I did see some chop pop up here, maybe chop around the 50%, but we've just burst through it and we're on it now. So let's just stick to it. It's retested it several times. It's moving higher. Things are looking good here, guys. So let's just see how it closes out for the week. But yeah, guys, this could be the moment that we've been waiting for. So hope yous are all good. I hope yous are enjoying your Friday night tonight. I think it's Friday. I'm sure it's Friday. Get yourself a beer, guys, and then we'll see how the week ends, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, I would maybe ignore the liquidity now. My gut feel is ignore liquidity. I think Bitcoin's going to start moving hard and it's going to lock everyone out. I think this move has come so hard, everyone's going to wait for it to pull back, and Bitcoin does this thing where it just doesn't let you get in. So, super excited, guys. This is going to be. Let me just, let me just go into more. You've got me excited here, and I just refuse to stop the video. So, this is. If you guys follow Elliott Wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is the Elliott Wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the complete. That's it done. But what Bitcoin and commodities like to do, instead of having that fifth wave done, they have an extended fifth wave. So instead of that being fifth, that will then be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I've just put that randomly there, without really thinking. So don't take that as a price target. But this third wave of the extended fifth is the biggest wave in this movement. So if we're on here, we're going to see this start to move very fast. And look, what does it coincide with? It coincides with the liquidity. We've got this huge wave in liquidity that started. We've got this huge wave in liquidity that started and it's following it. And what does that tell us about it all? It tells us there's a massive move coming in this liquidity. So it's all making sense. And this keeps on making higher highs. This isn't slowing down either. So the time that this starts running up here, this could still be extending. So what do you think, guys? Should we have a party at the end of this or what? Should we just all meet up and get on it? Who knows, guys? Friday night. Anyway, guys, have a good one. I'll be back tomorrow with some more news on Bitcoin. Have a good one, guys. Cheers. Bye.